freeze right there. A heavenly message has arrived specifically for you today. You need to keep distance from a certain family member starting now. This isn't regular family drama, this is a sacred alert about someone who's secretly draining your spiritual energy. Through higher awareness, hidden threats become clear. Not just ordinary family problems, this is a holy caution about a relative whose presence is blocking your good fortune and stealing your vitality without your knowledge. Your family circle includes an energy thief wearing the mask of a caring relative. The mystery tiredness, the string of misfortunes, the stalled progress, all stem from this harmful family connection that heaven wants severed today. The spiritual world held this message until this exact moment, when you're finally prepared to face this truth. Your entire life journey has been building toward this necessary revelation about the family member who's been undermining your energy field. This alert explains those gut feelings you've experienced around specific relatives. The nervous stomach before family events. The complete exhaustion following their phone calls. The troubling nightmares featuring certain family faces. These weren't accidents, they were your inner wisdom trying to sound the alarm. Heaven sees through the disguise of family love that hides spiritual attacks. Questions that seem caring are actually energy testing. Advice offered as help is actually clever control. Traditional family duties actually function as spiritual chains keeping you trapped and accessible. This message demands swift spiritual action. The comfortable habits, guilt trips, and family pressures must be recognized as clever traps designed to maintain their access to your personal power. The holy warning arrives now because life-changing opportunities are approaching you. Perfect timing has lined up amazing possibilities created just for you. But these wonderful chances cannot reach you while poisonous connections remain open. Those meant to receive this message feel instant recognition, a mix of shock, understanding, and certainty that whispers, "So that's what's been happening all along." Hit that like button right now to start your protection shield. The spiritual world says this simple move begins building an energy barrier that blocks harmful family influences starting immediately. Tell me in the comments I hear the warning to activate your spiritual awareness. Your guardian forces have watched your struggles, waiting for this moment when you'd finally be ready to identify who's been attacking your spirit through family connections. Let me know which relative came to mind first when you started watching. Was it an aunt, uncle, parent, cousin, or sibling? The first person you thought of is usually the one this message is about. This will be the most important family boundary you'll ever create. Your future happiness depends on this separation. Take action today, this protective window won't stay open long. The longer you wait, the harder breaking free becomes. Are you brave enough to admit which relative is draining you? The warning signals started appearing months or even years ago. Higher powers have been trying to alert you through various signs pointing to this harmful relative. Remember those times you felt completely drained after talking with certain family members? The sudden headaches that only appear around specific relatives? The strange string of bad luck following family visits? These weren't just coincidences, they were spiritual alarm bells about energy attacks. Tell me in the comments the signs make sense now as your awareness grows. Heaven has been sending you protective signals throughout your history with this toxic relative. Each random problem or illness following family contact was actually a spiritual warning system activating. Through heavenly insight, patterns become obvious. Maybe you've had disturbing dreams about this specific person. Perhaps their name pops into your mind during prayer or quiet moments. You might feel chest tightness or throat constriction when talking with them. These physical reactions aren't just in your head, they're your spiritual defense system. Your protective guides have deliberately placed these warning signs. They've highlighted this person in your thoughts, created physical discomfort during interactions, and sent dream messages about hidden dangers because you weren't catching the more subtle hints. Think about it, have you noticed how your plans mysteriously fall apart after mentioning them to this relative? How opportunities vanish after family gatherings? How your self-confidence suddenly drops after their helpful suggestions? This isn't bad timing, it's proof of spiritual interference. Which of these warning signs have you experienced? Tell me in the comments. Many viewers are shocked to find they've had the exact same experiences. The spiritual realm wants you to understand something crucial. This family member operates as an energy vampire, stealing your life force during every interaction without you even noticing. Family blood ties create automatic energy connections that stay open unless deliberately closed. Pay attention. Which relatives consistently leave you feeling completely exhausted rather than happy and energized? Share in the comments. I know who drains me once you identify them. Different family members affect your energy in different ways. This information helps you pinpoint who's taking rather than supporting your vital force. Through spiritual awareness, energy theft becomes obvious. Have you experienced tiredness that doesn't improve with sleep? Motivation that suddenly disappears? Creativity that gets blocked? Physical symptoms doctors can't explain? These are classic signs of successful energy vampirism through family channels. Look for these vampire techniques. Some relatives drain you through constant crises requiring your emotional support. Others deplete you through subtle criticism creating self-doubt. Many steal energy through excessive demands on your time and attention. Which method is being used on you? The pattern is unmistakable, the family member who only calls when they need something. The relative whose problems always become your emergency. The person who remembers all your weaknesses but never your strengths. These aren't just personality traits, they follow classic energy harvesting patterns. Most shocking of all, psychic vampirism works even at a distance. Your relative thinks about you when needing energy, unconsciously pulling your life force across miles. This explains sudden fatigue or mood drops that happen with no obvious cause. Do you suddenly feel tired at the same time certain relatives usually think about you? The truth stands crystal clear now. This relative hides behind a carefully built mask, one that conceals their true effect on your life path. Heaven reveals their hidden motives. Perhaps jealousy of your gifts shows up as religious guidance. Maybe fear of your independence appears as protective concern. Their own unfulfilled potential might create unconscious sabotage of your success. Type in the comments "I see through the mask now" as higher wisdom shows this relative's true spiritual influence. Their words might speak love while their energy communicates control. Their actions seem helpful while secretly undermining your confidence and progress. Through spiritual sight, their impact becomes unmistakable. Your repeated setbacks weren't random bad luck. Your life journey includes specific growth challenges, but this relative has magnified those difficulties beyond their proper limits through constant interference. Watch for these revealing patterns. This person's compliments feel empty or come with conditions. Their help always carries hidden costs. Their interest in your life feels invasive rather than supportive. These feelings aren't imagination, they're your intuition detecting the mismatch between their friendly facade and true energy. Most importantly, see how they position themselves between you and your blessings, filtering heavenly support through their distorted perspective, weakening its power before reaching you. Notice how they've inserted themselves at crucial points in your journey, creating detours and delays serving their needs instead of your highest good. What's the worst advice this relative gave that actually set you back? Share it in the comments. You'll be shocked how many others experienced the same thing. Heaven now reveals powerful protection available to shield you from this relative's harmful influence. Spiritual forces have already set up safety barriers specifically for you. Look for these protection signs already working in your life: unexpected schedule conflicts preventing planned interactions. New geographic distance naturally developing between you. Growing inner resistance when contact approaches. These aren't coincidences, they're divine protection activating. Comment: I accept spiritual protection as higher understanding reveals the barriers being established. Notice how certain conversations now feel impossible to have. Specific topics create immediate tension. Various visit opportunities mysteriously fall through. These protective disruptions serve your highest good. This warning reaches you at the perfect moment, when spiritual protection reaches full strength, creating the ideal opportunity to establish healthy separation without unnecessary drama or fighting. Protection methods are already working. Your growing spiritual awareness naturally creates energy shields. Your strengthening intuition provides accurate danger alerts. Your improving judgment reveals manipulation attempts that used to work on you. These changes show divine protection developing in your consciousness. Your unique spiritual gifts need safeguarding from those who would drain or misuse them. Your life purpose faces opposition from those who fear your full power. Your personal growth threatens those who benefit from keeping you limited. These spiritual dynamics make protective barriers necessary. Beyond human understanding, spiritual assistance increases. Protection beings assigned specifically to guard your energy field strengthen their presence during this critical separation phase. Has anyone else noticed they suddenly can't seem to connect with a toxic relative no matter how hard they try? Share your experience. Higher wisdom reveals invisible energy cords binding you to this relative. These unseen connections allow ongoing influence and energy exchange despite physical distance. These ties form through early childhood experiences, creating deep energy bonds. Family trauma-generated survival-based attachments. Cultural and religious expectations reinforced obligation-based connections. These bonds started as natural family ties but transformed into channels for energy manipulation. Comment: I'm cutting the cords now as spiritual wisdom reveals severing methods. Picture yourself cutting glowing cords between you and this person. Say specific prayers dissolving energy attachments. Try energy cleansing techniques clearing lingering connections. Guidance will provide exactly the methods that work best for your situation. Identify where these attachments connect to you. Certain emotional triggers link directly to energy cords with this relative. Specific body areas may hurt or feel tense when thinking of them. Particular thought patterns automatically activate when connection channels open. These signs show where energy bonds need cutting. Physical distance alone isn't enough. Energy connections work beyond physical space, allowing continued influence without actual presence. The right methods can close these spiritual channels permanently. Avoid these behaviors that strengthen ties. Participating in family gossip reinforces group energy fields. Engaging in guilt-based interactions strengthens obligation cords. Seeking their approval maintains dependency connections. These actions accidentally preserve energy ties you're trying to break. Family patterns established across generations create powerful collective fields requiring specific spiritual techniques to exit completely. Has anyone successfully cut energy cords with a relative? What positive changes did you notice afterward? Share your story. Spiritual insight reveals extraordinary inner power already placed within you. This strength awaits your activation to establish boundaries this relative cannot cross. You have the absolute right to decide who accesses your energy. You possess the authority to close doors others try to keep open. You hold the power to set energy boundaries regardless of family expectations. Type: I claim my inner strength as spiritual wisdom reveals your personal authority. Speaking truth with quiet confidence breaks manipulation patterns. Setting boundaries without long explanations preserves your energy. Trusting your judgment over family pressure honors your inner wisdom. Your spiritual protection tools appear. The shield of clear judgment protects from emotional manipulation. The sword of truth cuts through false stories. The armor of self-worth deflects criticism and shame. These tools activate through conscious intention. Try these power activation methods. Make specific statements establishing spiritual boundaries. Practice energy exercises strengthening your personal field. Use grounding techniques stabilizing your strength during difficult interactions. These approaches build your ability to stand firm despite pressure. Remember your absolute right to peace and well-being. Your path requires energy conservation. Your purpose demands freedom from toxic influences. Your growth needs selective relationships. These spiritual truths outweigh human expectations about family obligation. As you align with truth about this relationship, universal forces strengthen your resolve and clear obstacles to creating necessary distance. Your power grows exactly by using it in this challenging family situation. What boundary statement have you used successfully with difficult relatives? Share your powerful words to help others. Spiritual guidance reveals practical ways to create distance without unnecessary conflict. Heaven provides strategic methods tailored to your specific family situation. Try these gradual distancing techniques. Become unexpectedly busy during traditional contact times. Allow longer periods between responses. Redirect conversations away from personal matters. These subtle shifts create space without dramatic confrontation. Comment: I'm creating healthy space as spiritual wisdom reveals communication strategies. Keep interactions brief and pleasant to maintain civility while limiting energy exchange. Give kind but firm responses that acknowledge without engaging. Use clear but general explanations that preserve boundaries without inviting debate. These approaches minimize drama while maximizing protection. Use these effective phrases: I need to think about that creates decision space. That doesn't work for me states boundaries without explanation. I am focusing on my own path right now explains distance without blame. These expressions maintain dignity while establishing separation. Try these energy management techniques during necessary contact. Visualize a protective bubble around yourself creating shields. Use specific breathing methods to stay centered and aware. Practice energy cleansing afterward to remove residual connections. These approaches minimize harm during unavoidable interactions. Consider these indirect boundary strategies. Redirect family information flow to limit what reaches this relative. Be careful about shared spaces to reduce physical proximity. Thoughtfully manage group gatherings to create natural buffers. These strategies reduce contact without requiring direct confrontation. Add these daily practices for additional protection. Regular energy cleansing removes lingering connections. Consistent field maintenance repairs boundary breaches. Daily spiritual alignment strengthens natural defenses. What's your best strategy for limiting contact with difficult relatives? Share your wisdom. Spiritual vision reveals beautiful healing that begins once separation from this toxic relative takes effect. Watch for these recovery signs as energy returns to your system. Understand the healing stages. First comes tiredness as suppressed emotions surface. Then mental clarity emerges as brain fog lifts. Finally, energy surges as life force stops leaking through family connections. These phases show successful healing rather than separation failure. Comment: I'm healing now as spiritual wisdom reveals recovery signals. Improved sleep shows energy restoration. Returning motivation indicates life force rebalancing. Enhanced intuition reflects effective spiritual boundaries. These changes confirm you're reclaiming your power. Watch emotional healing unfold. Guilt transforms into healthy self-care. Obligation shifts to authentic choice. Anxiety converts to peaceful certainty. These emotional changes demonstrate spiritual growth through this challenging process. Notice how parts of yourself hidden to survive this relationship gradually re-emerge. Aspects of your personality dimmed to avoid triggering them slowly brighten. Pieces of your authentic expression suppressed for protection steadily return. These recoveries reveal how much was lost within this toxic connection. The most amazing benefit, as you establish healthy boundaries with this relative, similar patterns improve across all relationships. Energy management skills developed through this challenge benefit every connection. Boundary clarification initiated here extends throughout your social world. These improvements multiply healing benefits beyond this single relationship. Energy previously lost to this draining relationship becomes available for your true purpose. Attention formerly consumed by drama redirects toward meaningful activities. Life force once stolen now powers your authentic path. What positive changes have you noticed after distancing from toxic relatives? Your experience could inspire someone just starting their healing journey. Spiritual insight pierces the future veil, revealing extraordinary opportunities awaiting after following this divine warning. What emerges is a life landscape far more abundant than possible while toxic connections remained active. Watch for these approaching opportunities previously blocked, career advancements mysteriously delayed, relationship harmony continually disrupted, financial abundance repeatedly redirected. All these blessings awaited the closure of energy leaks through harmful family ties. Comment: I'm ready for new blessings as higher wisdom reveals what becomes available. Beyond material improvements, spiritual gifts activate more powerfully. Beyond external changes, internal peace establishes permanently. Beyond tangible benefits, life purpose advances significantly. These improvements reflect your energy system operating at full capacity. Your connection to abundance pathways strengthens. Unexpected opportunities arise in previously blocked areas. Resources appear exactly when needed. Supportive relationships form with the right people. These synchronicities reflect spiritual compensation for your courageous boundary setting. Your natural manifestation power increases. Some people carry special creative abilities that work when energy fields remain intact. Your specific gifts require complete energy conservation to function optimally. Insight reveals which manifestation channels open first after separation completes. Certain blessings waited until now because the universe protected these opportunities until you could receive them without interference. Your relative would have unconsciously redirected, diminished or contaminated these blessings had they arrived earlier. Perfect timing ensured these gifts remained protected until you established spiritual independence. What's the biggest blessing you received after ending a toxic relationship? Share your success story to encourage others taking this brave step. The most important truth about this warning now stands crystal clear. The urgency behind heaven's message cannot be overstated. This isn't just about feeling better, your spiritual protection demands immediate action. Higher realms see dangers invisible to human awareness. Comment: I'm taking action today as final wisdom reveals complete protection available to you. Focus your awareness on spiritual truth rather than family guilt. Release all shame about necessary boundaries. Trust the perfect divine plan already established for your highest good. This warning reaches you precisely when you're strong enough to act on it. Nothing is random about its arrival in your awareness right now. The simple truth: your protection requires action aligned with spiritual guidance rather than human expectations. Family patterns established over generations can transform through one person's brave boundary setting. Your connection to divine protection exceeds all human relationships, providing guidance that always serves your highest growth. Your ultimate spiritual shield activates now. All revealed wisdom integrates into your energy field, permanently changing your relationship to family dynamics. Spiritual power fills your entire being. Every cell, every energy pattern, every aspect of your consciousness aligns with your true spiritual blueprint as you follow this crucial warning about the relative you must now release. Will you take the first step toward freedom today?